You have summoned the emu. Good job.
Crap, I
Now,
wasn't
in
even
the
recording
Australian
most of this,
outback
dang
where
it.
emus
Oh
are
well.
found, they don't fly. Nadia, aren't you glad he didn't fly to you? Their wings are way too small for that. They're about the size of a chicken wing under that shaggy coat of double-plumed feathers. What they do instead is they run away. If they see a predator like dingoes, those wild dogs, they're going to sprint at around 35 miles per hour. What do you say, Sydney? Show it off. 35 miles per hour, away!
Yeah.
It's kind of hot out. You guys are fine. Anyway, that was Sydney or Nadia. I have a gift for you. This is a double plumed feather from an emu. Enjoy. Give it up for Nadia, everybody. Really great. Nose to meet with the second largest bird on the planet. All right, we're gonna go to South America, deep into the jungles. We're about to meet arguably the most colorful bird in the show. When I say colorful, I am not just talking about his outer appearance. I am also talking about his inner personality.
Thought so.
His name is Rousseau, and Rousseau is a green-winged macaw. Beautiful
That was
guy,
mocking me the last
In
time
fact,
we were here.
I think that if youth was a test, Rousseau would pass with flying colors. Wouldn't you agree? Now, to see these birds in the wild, just follow your ears out in the jungles. You don't have to see them by themselves. They're very social.
Yeah, the social blades.
But in the wild, they'll be in flocks up to 300 individuals. The bright colors help to confuse predators from being able to single out just one individual bird. Now, this is yet another species that, because of their beauty and intelligence, is also taken into the pet trade. Now, in the case of a macaw, it is legal to have one as a pet. That being said, we don't necessarily recommend it. In fact, all of the adaptations to help them to survive out in the wild are going to work against you in your homes. So, for example, you probably have heard at least once our macaws contact calling to each other. They've got some of the loudest voices out there. The decibel volume of a macaw is comparable to a chainsaw. And that's how they're able to communicate with their flockmates, even over the sounds of howler monkeys and other birds, long-distance calling. But in your home, that is quite disruptive. I don't think you or your neighbors are going to appreciate that very much. I heard some people mentioning that he's going through these sunflower seeds like butter, and he is. That nutcracker on his face means that they're able to rip open the tough skin fruit and even crack through a Brazil nut in one bite. They have to keep that beak sharp and strong somehow. What they're going to be doing is chewing on things. No problem in the rainforest. They're going to be chewing on tree branches and vines. That grows right back. But what doesn't grow back is going to be your door frames, your grandmother's piano, or your brand new iPhone. Good luck explaining macaw damage to the Apple Store. They're also incredibly messy. If you don't believe me, just look at our macaw exhibit at any given moment. We did clean it this morning. There we go. And what they like to do is they'll take a bite out of a piece of fruit, drop the rest on the ground, and that helps the forest floor by planting trees and feeding the small animals down there. But in your home, that is just one more mess that you have to clean up. We like to say you can take the macaw out of the rainforest, but you can't take the rainforest out of the macaw. They can live a really long time, up to even 70 years old. Kind of like having a 2-year-old child for the rest of your life, just saying. Anyway, there he goes. Be sure to say hi to Rousseau back on exhibit. Rousseau, our green-winged macaw. Thank you so much. Now, the green-winged macaw is the most widespread macaw in the region of South America, or one of them at least. This next one is to be the most endangered, or one of the most endangered found in Central America. For our grand finale, I want you all to meet Da Vinci. Now, the great green macaw is critically endangered due to habitat loss. They have lost their home, specifically the mountain almond tree, which makes excellent hardwood furniture. But don't worry, we're not going to end the show on a doom and gloom note. Every single one of you, thank you for being here today. $1 for your admission goes towards our conservation funds. And the World Heritage Trust has made some amazing successes, such as making it illegal in Costa Rica recently to chop those trees down. It'll still take a few hundred years for them to grow back, so in the meantime, they're putting up artificial nest boxes and releasing more macaws back into the wild. So seriously, thank you for that. Now, Da Vinci himself has raised over $200,000 himself for his wild counterparts. I'll show you all how he does it. We're going to bring out Da Vinci's donation box, and this might be the cutest thing that you have seen all day. Look how excited he's getting already. He's like, oh boy. Did you guys know that macaws can blush? So cute. So I'm going to set him down on his little box, and this, I think, is one of Da Vinci's favorite things to do. Let me see if I have any cash. Okay, I do have $1 that will work. Honestly, the 20s and 50s are just a little more aerodynamic, but we can make do with this. You can take the $1, fold it in half once, fold it in half twice. Everyone see the shape? Then you can take your bill, put it in Da Vinci's bill, kaboom, right on down to Costa Rica to help his wild cousins. So if y'all want to participate, the line will start here and then back up in that direction. Parents and chaperones help us keep everything
You don't have any
straight.
cash,
Otherwise, for the rest of your day,
just for my own personal use, unfortunately.